Today, two of our COCians will have their debate about what makes you a true Filipino.
At this juncture, I am honored to introduce to all of you the class of Miss Najma Asum, COC C1 Grade 11 STEM 2P. To the left side, Mr. Marky Travis Baisak, who will stand the side that a true Filipino should support his own country and should not be purchasing imported products more than he purchase local products. And to the right side, Miss Emichan Chavaria, who will stand the side of the Filipina that is a fangirl of K-pop idols, who frequently purchase imported products, who wants to travel outside the country but is still a proud Filipino. So now, let's start on Mr. Marky. I'll give you 45 seconds to answer this question. How can you prove that you are really a Filipino? Your timer starts now.
For me, to prove that you are really a Filipino, you should be engaging yourself to the cultures of the Filipino and put to practice some Filipino traditions. By that, you can prove that you are a Filipino.
Thank you, Mr. Travis, for your answer. And now, it's Miss Emichan's turn. Miss Emichan, I repeat the question for you. How can you prove that you are really a Filipino? Your 45 seconds starts now.
From where I stand, being and proving that you're a true Filipino comes in a diverse ways. A true Filipino should not only engage herself to the Filipino cultures and traditions, fangirling, purchasing imported products, and traveling outside the country as a Filipino are one of the best ways to represent your country and express your pride into another.
If your goal is to express pride and sentiments to your nation and nationality, why don't you use the local products to emphasize that you are a Filipino? Why don't you support and love our national artists? Why do you have to travel and embrace the nature of other country when the Philippines holds the best tourist spot in the whole world?
Our country is tagged as the poorest of the poor country, even if it is bountiful enough to feed the whole world. Purchasing foreign products is a potential way to prove that even a Filipino can afford imported and designer things. One way to stop races against Filipinos is to let the world know that we are more than what they think we are. Supporting foreign creators and idols is not only a way to entertain oneself, but also to convey one of the characteristics of a Filipino, which is being supportive regardless of what you are and where you came from. Traveling outside the country is also a way to bring and influence others to our traditions and allow them to appreciate the beauty and the privilege of being a Filipino.
Being a real Filipino means engaging yourself more to Filipino cultures and traditions, because the more that you are spending time to which, more that you will learn how these cultures and traditions works in our community. Because how can you say that you are a real Filipino if you know nothing about our cultures and tradition? You do what you think and say what's in your heart. How can you claim that you are a proud Filipino if you rarely practice our cultures and traditions that makes us unique? You have to do the things that reflects a heart of a Filipino in order to say that you are a true and proud Filipino.
No, it is not necessary to engage yourself to those cultures and traditions just to prove that you're a Filipino. Whatever you do, it boils down to your intentions. If you do all those things because you think that glorifies your nationality, then so be it. As I've said, expressing your pride and sentiments comes in a diverse ways. What matter now is your pure love to the Philippines. That wherever you go, you can proudly shout to the world that you're a Filipino and show to everybody that the heart that beats for your life is the irreplaceable Filipino heart. That's all, and thank you.
Thank you and congratulations to the both of you for that wonderful debate. Now, it's time for the judges to decide.
After that debate, their teacher was more than proud to her students for thinking as such. Indeed, a proud Filipino do the things that reflects the heart of the Filipino. Put to actions the traditions and cultures. However, even if you don't perfectly practice those things, as long as you display the character of a Filipino, it already made you a true one. A human can be defined as a Filipino not only by his traditions but also by the character he displays. You can still say that you are a real Filipino even though you like foreign artists.
you like the other country literature, and your clothes are influenced by the other country. But as long as your heart remains Filipino, and your love for the Philippines is pure and genuine, you are allowed to say that I am proud Filipino.